challah. What's our challah? We got turmeric, seeded, we've got raisin. What are you after?
It's Friday afternoon and the Jewish bread challah is selling fast at Avner's Bakery in Sydney.
There you go. Fantastic.
Owner Ed Halmagi, a former TV chef, says opening Avner's last February was a lifelong dream.
I wanted to create somewhere that was a visual representation of what it means to be Jewish and Australian.
But only 8 months after Avner's first open, the bakery hit the headlines.
A Jewish bakery in Surrey Hills has been targeted overnight with antisemitic graffiti.
Accompanying it was a little note under the door telling me in no uncertain terms that I should be careful.
This was one of the first incidents to be investigated under the New South Wales Police Strike Force, Pearl.
We've dedicated Strike Force Pearl and the many detectives to this because we're taking this so seriously.
Since then, a spate of anti-Jewish incidents have swept across Sydney, Melbourne and Perth. Ed says these are just the tip of the iceberg.
A couple of young fellas appeared in the street outside and started making all sorts of obscene references to my being Jewish and to the war that was happening in Israel. I got close enough and they threw on me fresh dog shit. Still wet, still warm. It's not really very pleasant. Most mornings I come down, first thing I do is I go out and I just survey the outside of the building.
Is that the reality of being a Jewish business owner in Sydney?
Absolutely.
In the few months since October 7th, 2023, the Jewish Board of Deputies reported a 700% increase in anti-Semitic incidents.
There is not a day that goes by that we don't receive at least one incident. And we've even had incidents reported to us where people have been physically assaulted just for being Jewish.
Michelle Goldman is alarmed at the spike in reports from children in the classroom.
One really disturbing incident where a deodorant can was sprayed at a boy with reference to the Jewish people being gassed.
When I was threatened, I was extremely scared and I had begged my parents not to send me to school. My name is Nicola Blumberg. I am a high schooler in Year 8. I live in Sydney with my mum and dad and my younger sister, and I really enjoy playing soccer.
Only 3 weeks into the new year in 2024, Nicola Bloomberg was targeted at her public school.
I was in gym class and I was wearing my Magen David. It's also known as the Star of David. And this kid in my class saw it and he asked if it was the devil symbol. And then when I said that it was not, he tried to make like a little cross sort of thing with his fingers and he was like, "Back, devil, back."
This was only one of many more incidents to come.
The kid said he wished the Nazis had killed my parents and grandparents that I wouldn't be born. And then the swastika drawings in my notebook.
Then someone set up an anonymous TikTok account.
It was a photo of me in Year 4 and it said gas inhaler, referring to the Holocaust. I think I spent maybe 2 hours in my room crying.
She says the school didn't address the problem.
I explained that the school just lets it happen, doesn't ask if the children are okay that were affected by it.
Nicola's parents got the police involved to deal with the cyberbullying, and they're in ongoing conversations with the school.
I was really surprised by their lack of response. But I just feel like they don't know what to do. At the end of the day, their job is to be there, and they talk a lot about making sure that the kids are safe. And I just don't feel like my daughter's safe. I don't feel like, as the victim or as the target of all of this, that her well-being has really been taken into consideration.
The Department of Education said the school suspended the students responsible and offered Nicola support. Experts warn that social media continues to platform some of the most extreme forms of anti-Semitic abuse.
I've been exposed to anti-Semitism all my life, but I have never experienced anything like what I have experienced since October the 7th. The hate has become visceral. I can feel it through the screen.
Justine was shaken last week after being contacted online by an anonymous account who had personal information about her.
He knew my age, he knew where I lived, and he made threats. In fact, they knew that my husband had a particular event that week. This anonymous account threatened to contact the event organisers and cause chaos.
Justine's husband is a genealogist who was due to speak at the St Kilda synagogue in Melbourne. She alerted Victoria Police to the threat.
We can't be naive. These threats can be real.
The event went ahead with no interruptions. However, in response to the increase of threats of violence against the Jewish community, the federal government has this month introduced new criminal offences that cover hate speech that incites violence.
We welcome attempts to improve and strengthen hate speech laws, but we need to take care to get it right. There's a careful balance to making sure we don't inadvertently take away liberties.
I think we get to choose how we feel about this stuff, and I choose not to be intimidated, because no matter what these people might want to have, they can't have my joy. That's mine.